So about 1 year ago, I said that we would be doing a Q&A video to celebrate us reaching 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. It's been almost a full year. A year. And I still haven't done it. So me, being the dumbass that I am, said that we would do one for 15k instead. 15k came and went. Still no Q&A video. So I decided on stream to say the dumbest thing I think I've ever said, which was that I would be doing this Q&A. Finally. And I asked everyone who's in my community to send in questions, and I'll answer them. It could be literally anything. Whether that is Scythe questions, or just general questions about the game, maybe some personal questions, whatever. I don't really care. I said that I would answer literally every single question. And holy shit, did I underestimate everyone in my Discord. I did end up getting quite a few very decent questions though. And also a whole bunch of degeneracy. So I'm going to skip over some of the more oddly personal ones, if that makes sense. There was literally someone who asked me, which is, that's kind of sus, I'm not gonna lie. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to be structuring this video so that we go through the YouTube questions first, before we open up the absolute rabbit hole that is the Discord. Which you should totally join, by the way. It's a very nice Discord, we have everything. Link in the description. And since we already tried this once in the past, about a year ago, I'm also going to be answering some of the more relevant questions from that one. Even though they're old as hell. And slightly outdated. And weird. So let's just start our descent into the rabbit hole. The deep dive, as they say. I'm going to be mixing them up a little bit and put some more relevant and actual questions in between some joke questions, just so we have a little bit of a flow here. And I'm probably going to end up prioritizing answering some of the more serious questions, because a lot of the dumb questions really deserve a dumb answer. So let's start easing into it. I'm about to take the plunge and I'm concerned for my mental health. Eaten Noodles asks, is there anything you would like to do content-wise other than Brawlhalla content? Not really. That's why I have the ZVCR5 test channel, honestly. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We tried doing the Pokemon VODs, where we did the cheese look and all that, but that went to shit, like most things usually do. And it's still ongoing, so I don't know. Dion asks about my YouTube earnings. Sorry to burst your bubble, buddy, but most of the music that I use for my montages are very copyrighted. So every single video that I have that is a valid montage are claimed. So I don't make any revenue off of it. My total revenue is, I'm not going to tell you about that, but that's all you need to know, really. Let's just say that aiming to make this any form of a full-time job is absolutely delusional. It's a choice I actively made because I would rather have a montage with a song that I really, really like, instead of trying to fit a montage to a song that I don't like that it won't be claimed. That is my reasoning right there. Dane asks, when are you making a guide to clipping / being creative with killing? You know what? This is a really good idea, actually. This is something I could probably do. The thing I really dislike about Brawlhalla guides on YouTube, and why I don't want to make one of my own, is because it seems like they just regurgitate the same stuff over and over and over, and just take tips from other people, basically. I'm not saying everyone does that, but it feels that way, and I haven't really learned anything from any guides. I know they're not meant for me, but it's still like a piece of content that you can enjoy, so. And there's always a small chance that you could learn something new, I guess, but yeah, that's probably something I could do in the future. I like that idea a lot, actually. But I also think making a guide like that is a lot of effort, and a lot of effort is something that I am severely lacking in right now. So, we'll see. I'm gonna give you a maybe on this. I grind for days asks, will you ever do commentary videos? I'm gonna be completely honest with you and say that I have tried. I've tried in the past and it didn't work out. I'm not really self-conscious about like my voice or anything like that. It's just that I cannot find anything in those recordings to make it interesting and fun to watch, you know? I know I can just pull like an egg soup, right, and just talk about a bunch of stuff, like life and the game and balancing and whatever, but it's just weird, and I think trying it the last time kind of took it out of me, but I'm definitely going to give it another shot, I think, definitely. I think it sounds like a fun idea, and also a pretty simple way of making videos, to be honest, because montages usually take too long, and so a commentary video, I think, will take a lot less time, so win-win, right? Bungalow asks, mustard or ketchup? Joke question, but I'm going to answer you completely serious here. Dijon mustard, bro. Do I have to say anything else? I'll take that over ketchup any day. Bergerius asks, you know Mordix when? When pigs fly, that's when. Also, I think you can consider the latest Mordix montage the you know Mordix 2. The amount of DMs I got about the title of it saying, oh, you shouldn't have named it the last Mordix montage, you should have named it you know Mordix XD, was actually kind of fucking overwhelming, I'm not even gonna lie. I even left a comment about it, but you know, maybe when the character becomes fun again. Are you lonely at night? No comment. Cosmos asks, do a setup tour or something, legit free content bro, not gonna lie. No. Just no. Mist asks, what do you do outside of Brawlhalla? Do you have another job or do you have any other hobbies? Well, truth be told, I am a full-time university student in doing my last year. I'm currently working on my bachelor, so I don't really have as much time as I used to, but when I do have time, I do like to spend it on hobbies, yes. As to what those hobbies are, I'd say football, watching TV shows and stuff like that, playing video games, whatever. Just hanging out with my boys, really. Yeah, I'm quite lonely. Nick Yanasik asks, do you play every day? Absolutely not. I do not have the patience to play every day, and I think having a break every now and then is pretty good, although I do enjoy the game, don't get me wrong, I do love Brawlhalla quite a bit, but I can't play it every day. That's just gonna break me. There's way too much stupid stuff in the community, and a lot of stuff in the game that kind of pisses me off, but not every day, that's for sure. Are you washed? Simple answer, and a TLDR, yes. Flame Guy asks, how long do you spend editing your videos on average, and which montage do you think you spent the most time editing? I don't really have an average because it depends on how many mistakes I make and how I want it to go. If I don't really have a direction when I start a video, it's going to take longer than if I already have a direction. As for the most fun montage to do, I don't really know. I had fun doing all of them for different reasons, but if I'd have to pick one, I'd probably say the Ember montage, because I had an idea for how I wanted the video to go, and I went and actually did it so that it matched what my original thought was, and in that process I figured out a bunch of new ways to do cinematics and stuff like that, so I had a lot of fun with it, and at the time I was really happy with the results. Kuro asks, why do you main Scythe and Mordix? Well, to be completely honest with you, I don't really main Scythe. I'm a Gauntlet main, that's what I consider myself to be. Gauntlets to me are the most fun weapon in the game and has been the most fun weapon in the game for a long time, even with the recent nerfs. Mordix just seemed to fit quite well, because before I absolutely fell in love with Gauntlets, I was a Scythe one trick, or at least I'm pretty sure I was, because it was literally all I fucking played. I really fell for Gauntlets, and I've been a Gauntlet main now for maybe like a year and a half, maybe a little bit more. Still the weapon that I play the most right now. Outside of bow and blasters, of course. And also, Mordix just had so many good skins. I am a Viking, after all, and seeing Viking lore and stuff like that in any video games gets me kind of hyper. So, seeing the Fenrir, I really liked it, because it's based on Norse mythology. It's based on the Fenrir wolf, the harbinger of death and all that good stuff, the destroyer of the world. So, I thought that was really cool. I bought the skin and boom, I mained them right after that. I don't know, man, it must have worked or something, seeing as how I got him to level 100. Bungalow asks, what made you want to start working on montages / playing Brawlhalla? As for playing Brawlhalla, it was a good friend of mine, Zone, who used to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 with back in the day, back in like 2012-ish, up until today. He pitched the game to me as a Smash clone, and that we should fight in it, and I was like, sure, let's do it. He absolutely beat the shit out of me, and I wanted to beat him, so I went back into training mode, and that's how it started. I really got into the game after that, because it was so easy to pick up and very easy to understand, especially for me, who was pretty new to fighting games at the time. So for montages, I've always kind of been making videos about the games that I've been playing. Either that is a shitpost video of just me and some of my boys cracking jokes, or full-on like pseudo montages of a certain game. I used to do a lot of Duel Links semi-montages that were supposed to be kind of funny and stuff like that. So it kind of just came naturally. I wanted to try it after watching Jellyfish and Momo and Catnip and Radar and all of these other montage creators doing it, and they were so good at the game, I thought, and I wanted to do the same. So I tried it out. Everyone fails their first time. Didn't really work. It was pretty horrible, and it's still up right now, which is hugely embarrassing. But I think we got there in the end, and yeah, I'm having fun with it. It was a lot of fun doing the first one, so I just continued, and now we're here. Frenzy World asks what made me interested in streaming and what made me play like I play. For streaming, it was kind of like a group gaslighting thing. That was such a bad fucking example, holy shit. I made the Discord and a bunch of people joined, and I got pinged so many times saying like, oh, you should stream. And it's something that I've always had like a little bit of an interest in, but I've never really had the confidence to try it out. And I figured that at that moment, because we were kind of starting to build a community, I could give it a shot, and it turned out to be really fun, and I am enjoying it quite a bit. That's how we got started. As for my playstyle, I would say that I'm a bit of a crackhead, I think. I'll go super fast, way too fast, faster than I probably should, and just dash off and throw my weapon every time someone is off stage. My goal is usually to try to outspeed people and kind of overwhelm them by being overly aggressive and stuff like that, which is probably not recommended if you want to actually get good at the game, but I find it to be fun, so I'm not going to stop doing it. It's a playstyle that I thoroughly enjoy, and it works for me. I don't know how, but it does. And some people find a problem with it and start talking shit in the post-game, calling me a tryhard and stuff like that. It's pretty common now. It's a lot of fun. TLDR, crackhead, being fast. That's the good shit right there, baby. Oh. Lost Squirrel asks, what are your next few goals that you have in mind, whether it be life-related or even something not that huge? Also, what are some goals that you have already achieved? I don't really have any goals, I think. It's mostly just getting through university at this point. Just getting through it alive and coming out of the other end with a degree. I think that's the goal. As for goals that I've already achieved, I think there's quite a few, but I can't think of anyone right now, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Psycho asks if I ever see myself playing Greatsword. Absolutely not. I did not like Greatsword when it was new and broken, and I do not like Greatsword now that it's nerfed and viable anymore. I really don't. I can't see myself playing it because it's so weird, and I hate it, man. I hate Greatsword. I don't like it. It's so weird. It's so strange. I love the concept. I think the concept is really cool, but the actual weapon itself and playing it? Hell no. Tempest asks if I'm a vegetarian. No. I like my meat. Although I do have some friends that are fully vegetarian, and some of the food that they make, man, whoo-wee, it's so good. So good. But I need my meat, so no. Soda asks, why did she leave me? I think this response speaks for itself. Glitch asks what character / weapon I hate playing against the most. There's a lot of weapons I don't like playing against, but I don't know about characters. I know Koji is on there for sure. I really don't like playing against Koji because they're all crackheads. Every single Koji is a crackhead. As for weapons, I really dislike Lance. I really dislike playing against good Blasters players, there's not a lot of them, but they're really scary when they start going. They just space you out all the time and you can't do anything. I don't like playing against brain dead Golem players. It's just a bunch of sidelights over and over, and nothing you can do about it. And I think the last one is probably Hammer, and it's been Hammer now for the last 2 years. I don't know why that weapon hasn't been touched, but whatever. I don't like Hammer. That's the TLDR here. Why does your community edge my brain aneurysm? Funny meme, haha. It's because we're all playing the same children's game, basically. This whole community is filled with a lot of children, and it gets really weird. Do you love me, Sucrates? I do, honey. Now it's 2 PM. Start streaming ranked and get tilted for all of our entertainment. Real talk though, you're one of my favorite streamers, but you already knew that. So go live, start streaming, queue ranked, and get tilted. I want to see you mad. How are you doing, YouTube frogs? He's referring to you boys watching this video right now. Can you lick your own elbow? No, but your dad can lick mine. You got Ligma? I do actually. Fuck you. Crazor asks, when is Pokemon Gen 5 Cheeselock starting? I never said I would do Gen 5, but it would be interesting to do Gen 5, I'm not gonna lie, especially after seeing Hubba fail it multiple times. He's so shit at Pokemon. I did say that I would do Sword and Shield though, but when I'm starting it, I have no idea. I need to get more time, more free time, less university, less bachelor, less writing, and all that good stuff before I can actually start it, so you'll have to wait, I'm sorry. Toxic Bat asks, is there a reason why you don't like ranked? At the end of the day, I play this game casually, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. There's plenty of ways that I can play the game as a casual. And although I can casually play ranked, I don't really enjoy it that much because of several reasons actually. After a certain elo, it starts getting insanely repetitive. I seem to always queue into the same Kojis over and over, and playing the same guy 7 times in a row is not the most fun when that person is a bit of a crackhead and really weird to play against. Another reason is that I really enjoy being able to go for insanely risky plays without any consequence. And in ranked, if I jump off and end up getting myself killed before my opponent dies, I lose the game, and I lose quite a few internet numbers, and that is not a good feeling. So I am keeping it casual until further notice, baby. Okay, post-edit ZV here. Literally right after editing this video, it was brought to my attention by someone in my Discord that apparently I'm power ranked in both 1s and 2s. It does kind of make sense for 2s since I've played in a lot of 2s tourneys, but in 1s, bro? I think I've only played in like 2 1s tourneys in my life, and those were both in 2020. So it does kind of make sense that I'm at the bottom of the barrel here, but it's still kind of funny. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. The memes that we made from this have been so fucking funny, dude. But it's a little bit weird and really doesn't make that much sense to me. I think the best bit is that I'm way above EXT in the 2's EU power rankings, which isn't a big deal whatsoever, but it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And it's fucking stupid. But yeah, it's I'm still casual, that's not gonna change. But it's something that kind of just happened without me even realizing it. Solix asks, do I watch VTubers? Kinda. I don't really watch them live, but I am insanely guilty at watching a bunch of clips. Nakiri, I am a best girl. All my homies hate Nekomata Okayu. Okay, in retrospect, I actually did watch I am a play Monster Hunter Rise for a couple hours, I will admit, but other than that, not really. Angel asks, what got you into Brawl / making videos about Brawl, old man? I've already kind of answered this when it comes to the montage part, but when it comes to like Twitch highlights and stuff like that, it just kind of came naturally with streaming, because there was a lot of moments that I really wanted to make into a video and post. And it's also very free content, if you get what I'm saying. You know Mordix when pigs fly, like I told you. Furky asks, who do I main? And this answer from Tempest is quite funny. I think for the time being, my main is still Mordix. If you watch my streams, you know how in denial I am about Mordix being my main, but he's still the character that I am the best with, so I'm probably going to stick to playing him when I'm playing seriously for the foreseeable future, unless I get really good at either cannon, bow, or blasters, which I'm kind of already gotten a little better at, so we'll see. My boy Amtaze is asking me my favorite trickshotting spot and my favorite clip from that spot. I'm going to give a little bit of a context to this one, because it's quite meta, to say the least. Way before I ever picked up Brawl, I spent most of my youth playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, trickshotting and making designs and just overall being in the community, hopping from team to team, and I even had a HD PVR to record going for clips and stuff like that. This channel was made in 2012, which is quite a few years ago. And it was made specifically for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That's how I got my name and some other good stuff like that. And so to answer your question, my favorite spot would be on Favela, right above the water tank with the ladder. And I don't really know if I have a favorite clip from there, because no one went for clips there. And I never hit anything. Sag. Should I sell my soul to Brawlhalla? Yes, you should. How else are you gonna get some cool skins to use, bro? It's the only way. Synzix asks, how to get better at Scythe? A question I get quite a bit, and I don't really have an answer for it. In the words of 720 Polyshot, just play the game. And I completely agree with that. I'm no savant or any maestro or anything like that on Scythe, but everything that I do know and that I have learned, I've gained through actually playing the game and getting experience and stuff like that. Also, training mode is the best place. Fucking use it, please. I spend most of my time in training mode anyway, so you should do the same. A little bit of a follow-up. I also get a lot of questions about how to do X, Y, and Z on certain weapons, but especially gauntlets and Scythe. And I've had the same answer for over a year now, and that is to input it in the right order. Just do it, boys. Why be dumb when you can be smart? Tempest asks, why is my D so small? It's cause you're not diamond in Brawlhalla, bro. Come on. Just get diamond and then measure it again. Easy peasy, very easy. Come on, man. Zeltol asks, how many chickens would it take to be able to kill a lion? I need an answer. Depends on the chickens, to be honest. Real life chickens, I'd probably put at the bottom of my tier list on animals that could kill a lion. But the chickens from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, man. Whoo, boy, them things can kill a motherfucking elephant, dog. Holy shit. They have the potential to destroy the world even. They will cause irreparable chaos upon the world if they are let loose. What the fuck? Holy shit, man. Alright. Let's quick fire these babies. Why cheese? Because cheese is very funny. And also delicious. You like cheese? I like cheese. Where my cheesy boy mental at? He's dead and buried. When bathtub live? Tomorrow. Is it real that you sniff Morix's tail every night? Yes. When did you start live streaming? February 1st, 2020. Planning on doing other games than Brawl and Pokemon one day? Yes. Monster Hunter Rise when the new title update comes out. Also Fire Emblem. What's your favorite type of cheese? This one. What do you want for Christmas? Peace and quiet. What video did you enjoy the most editing? Probably still the Ember montage. On a scale from 0 to 20, how down bad are you? I don't know if 0 is the minimum or 20 is the highest, so I'm gonna say 10. Last question. Do girls like guys who scratch their butt and sniff it? Yes. Damn, you have a lot of questions. Glitch asks, do you have/had any pets? Do you want one? I am a dog person, and that's pretty obvious, having grown up with a bunch of family members having dogs, but my family never had a pet, no. Would I like to have one? Yes, I think so. Dogs are great. And it might be the cure for this empty void I have inside me that's just filled with loneliness. Real talk though? Yes, I'd love to have a dog. I just haven't found a reason to go adopt one yet. EXT asks, do you fucking love me? No homo. In all seriousness, what or who is your inspiration and how do you manage to keep going? Work plus streaming plus YouTube. I think the main thing is that I don't really adhere to anyone. Sure, I'll listen to what people have to say when it comes to what kind of videos they'd like to see, but at the end of the day, if I'm not having fun making it, I'm not gonna make it. I always had the mentality that I don't really owe anyone anything, so I've always made the decisions to do what I think is fun, which in most cases are streaming or montages. And I'm gonna keep doing that. I make what I want to make, and that's okay because this isn't a job, it's a hobby, and it's gonna stay a hobby too. If I feel burnout, I'm gonna take a break. It's that simple. Hubba a couple of months ago tried to do an upload a day for an entire month, and that didn't really go that well. So I have no particular feelings whatsoever towards uploading as often as I can. I am going to continue taking my time with everything that I do, and it's gonna stay fun. It's a hobby, like I said. That's how I keep going. Try not to be too much of a narcissist here, but let me give you a good tip. Listening to your viewers and making the kind of videos that they want to see is not a bad thing, but if that's all you're doing, you're gonna experience burnout really quickly. It applies to streaming as well. If you don't make any videos that you yourself want to make, then it could become stale and boring. Or you could become the biggest YouTuber this platform has ever seen. There's a lot of nuance to it, and I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it either. You do you, homie. That's what I'm doing. Sleepy asks, what's your favorite anime? My number one is always going to be Clanad. I'm pretty sure. I don't think anything is ever going to overtake Clanad for me. Bleach in a close second, Lovely Complex, Chihaya Furu, Itasura no Kiss, and Spice and Wolf, which the last one doesn't really help my case of not being a furry. And also One Piece. I love One Piece. I could do like a honorable mention list, but that would take a long time, so this is just my mal list. Tempest asks, how many controllers have you destroyed while playing Brawlhalla? Maybe if I was a teenager, I don't know. I have never broken a controller to Brawlhalla, and this whole joke about like uninstalling the game and stuff like that, I've never seriously uninstalled Brawlhalla in my life either. Which is kind of weird. I don't really rage at video games anymore. I'm kind of done with that. That's something I did when I was a lot younger. I do get angry, of course, but it's not like I'm going to physically smash something or slam my keyboard or punch my monitor or anything like that. Seriously. I've done it as a joke. And controllers are expensive, man. Jesus. I remember throwing my controller at the wall when I was playing Modern Warfare 2 one day, and it shattered. Like, it straight up just shattered the whole controller. To be fair, I did throw it at a really hard brick wall, but that's neither there nor here. I just remember feeling like absolute shit after doing it because I had to buy a new one, and them things expensive, bruh. When Scythe guide, what's the map mod? Scythe guide? Probably never. Map mods? In the description. And if you join the Discord, you'll find it straight away. I'm going to use this next question as a template for a lot of questions that I get that are basically the same, but kind of different. When insert character here, montage, question mark. I mentioned a little bit earlier how I only do stuff that I want to do, and that also applies to characters that I want to play in the game. So I cannot give you a definite answer for any character that you ask about. I have a couple of ones planned, maybe 2 or 3 of them, 2 or 3 characters that I've planned to make a video on. But the best part for me is not having people know what character is going to come next, you know? I really enjoy having almost like guessing games in the Discord about the new montages, so it's to see if people can actually guess what character is going to be, you know? And we usually do this every time a new montage is about to come out. I give most of the people in the Discord maybe 1 or 2 days to kind of make a good guess as to which character is going to be, and if they guess it right, they get put in a poll to win something, basically. It's like a fun way of interacting with everyone in the Discord. And it also gives me a lot of insight as to what characters people actually do want to see, which is kind of cool at the same time. In essence, it is one of the best parts of posting a montage, to be honest with you. So imagine this, right? You're like 6 years old, you drew a nice drawing in kindergarten, and you're bringing it home excitedly to show your mom to see if she will hang it on the fridge. I am that child with a montage. I see people asking if editing the video is the most fun part, but I don't think it is. The most fun part to me is having the video basically ready to be uploaded and knowing that I'm going to be posting it in a couple of days and seeing how people react to it. I'm like giddy almost, like a kid, you know, I'm about to show something that I'm very proud of that I made myself, if that makes any sense.
Oh boy, I'm so excited to show everyone my new montage.
I actually got fucking lightheaded from that, Jesus Christ. Tempest asks again, what type of music do you like the most? I'd say there's a lot of music genres that I really enjoy. At my core, I'm still a metalhead, and I've always been one. But in the last couple of years, I've really fallen for stuff like indie music and various forms of electronic music. If you're interested in having a little bit of a listen, a little bit of a cheeky listen to some of the music that I enjoy, here you go. I'm just gonna list some of my all-time favorites. Meshuggah has always been a clear favorite for me. Kveler Talk, Cattle Decapitation, Death Heaven, Black Tongue, Behemoth, and Lamb of God are among some of my favorites. Holy shit, I just realized I've been listening to Meshuggah since I was like 6. Damn, they're old. Honorable mention would be Porter Robinson, Good Kid, Honingbana, Aurora, Yumizuma, and Kishibashi, with Yumizuma being a clear favorite. I am down bad for Christie's voice. Holy shit. Normal asks, when am I getting paid? I need to pay the bills. Please leave me alone, man. You've already taken so much of my money. Krazor asks what my favorite game franchise is. I don't think I have a clear favorite, to be completely honest with you, but I have a lot of games that I have insane amounts of nostalgia for that I will probably always love. Damn, this is turning into like a Hubba video with all these top 10 lists and shit, but I'm doing it again. Wind Waker has always been one of my clearest favorites. I love that game to death. I recently played through it on stream as well. That will be coming on ZV5TIS. Go check it out, please. Fire Emblem, specifically Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, and Fates. I also really like Three Houses. I'm still not done with that game yet. Monster Hunter is a franchise that I recently fell in love with. I played through World, not completely. I played through Rise, and now I'm doing Generations Ultimate with my boy Amtaze, and I'm very hyped for Rise to come to PC. Stardew Valley is a game that I just cannot put down whenever I start it. Probably the most impressive game on this list, seeing as how it was made by only one person. I love Dragon Age, although Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition were absolutely horrible. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 1 and 3, because 2 was shit. SSX Tricky, Jak and Daxter, especially Jak 2, because Jak 2 was fucking amazing. Silent Hill 1 and 2, all 3 of the Sly Cooper games, and probably Horizon Zero Dawn as well. Binbags, my beloved, asks, how do you balance uni, Twitch, and YouTube? I know you're probably expecting some very deep answer on how I'm managing to live all these lives and fucking balancing uni with the work and gaming, but it's really not. I don't really balance at all. I just do what I have to do when I have to do it for university, and then if I have spare time, free time that I want to spend on something, I'll spend that free time doing something I find fun, which is either gaming or YouTube or Twitch, whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm struggling in uni because I'm taking too much me time, so I think that question segues really nicely into this next one. Ooh, segue, smooth, swoosh, swoosh. Krazor asks, have you ever been to a point where you wished you didn't go to university, and if yes, why? Damn, I had to like record that like 6 times, holy shit. I think this is fairly normal. I think everyone has this at some point. I've had it throughout my entire academic fucking career, to be honest with you. I always seem to get it towards the end of the year or the end of the semester. That's always when I'm like, do I really want to do this? Should I really continue? Should I finish this degree? It's a part of mentally dealing with exams and stressful situations and stuff like that. But yeah, I've had it a lot. When will you eat a whole block of cheese on stream? Do you know how huge those blocks of cheeses are? There is no way in hell I'm eating a whole one in one go. No way. What is your favorite skin in Brawlhalla? Easy question. Demon Bright Hattori, baby. Nothing beats Demon Bright Hattori in Goldforge, bro. Nothing. Just look at her, man. Oh my god. Kanzu asks, real question. If Brawlhalla was not a thing, would you be playing a different fighting game or play more COD? Brawlhalla is the first fighting game that I'm as invested in as I am right now, and that has never happened before, and it's probably not going to happen after either. So if Brawlhalla wasn't the thing, I'd probably be playing a bunch of random games, to be honest, with my boys like we used to before I found Brawl. I mean, either that or have a social life. Opinion on Enigma. It's a good map. It's not Miami Dome, but it's a good map. Probably one of my favorite platform maps, to be honest, and I love platforms. First character I hit diamond with. I'm sure this is going to come as a surprise to most of you, but it was Murdex in both 1s and 2s. Haba asks, how you so handsome? You taught me how to walk straight, how to have a straight spine so you look taller. Probably just the water here, to be honest. Oh, and I'm vaccinated too, which probably helps a lot. Crazor asks, what was the worst moment in the Norwegian army? So a lot of you probably don't actually know this, but yeah, I was in the army as a conscript. It was a full year thing that most teenagers, 18-year-olds have to go through. But the selection process is really hard, and I think the numbers are fucking astronomical as well. Out of like 50,000 that is called in for the first couple of tests every year, or like every half a year, only like, what was it, the number? Like 10,000 or something like that make it to part 2, and then only like 2,000 of those actually get to go. And so it's considered like a good trait to have been, right? That's why I went, and I was there as a car mechanic. As for the worst moment, there is really no contest here. We went out drinking on Saturday, and we went to a hotel that was close by that was really cheap for conscripts. We got wasted, and it turned out that it was a army hotel, which means that we were basically drinking on army property, which is highly illegal. And so when we got back Monday morning, we got called up to the captain's office, and he had some things to say to us, and we got interrogated by military police and had to do interviews and stuff like that. We were all very certain that we were going to get like sent away, you know, either that or have to go to like a, what's it called, like a justice thing, like a justice court or whatever that they have. Turns out that drinking on that hotel was pretty fucking common, and everyone did it, and so they just chose us to be like an example. So we just got like a flick on the wrist, and then good to go. We moved on. Probably one of the scarier things I've ever experienced in my life. I was pretty fucking horrified, I'm not gonna lie. Face reveal when? Here you go. Thank me later. Where are the bodies, Zukra? The family needs closure. Well, that's too bad. They're in Amtace's basement. Do you participate in the sports? Not anymore, but I used to play football. I played it for a vast majority of my life. I think I started playing it when I was like 7, and I quit when I was 23 because of injuries. I messed up the muscles in my ankles so much that it's way too easy for me to step over. Whenever I did, I would be out of commission for at least 2 weeks, and it got kind of tedious and annoying. So I quit. I'm still pretty active in the sport though, and I still watch a lot of football, and I'll still go to home matches to support my boys, but other than that, not really. I'm probably going to end this Q&A on that note, to be honest with you. I've been sitting here now for like 3 hours, both putting all this stuff together and recording voice lines. I'm a little bit tired, and I also stayed at home being sick today. I couldn't go to work. I had to take a corona test and all that good stuff, which is why my voice is so hoarse, but I think this was a good one. We might do this again. I don't know. I don't know how many of you actually stuck through a 32-minute video, but, you know, I appreciate it, boys. Thank you so much. You're a king if you made it through. Now, obvious question that is obviously coming that I'm very much expecting to see. You didn't go through all the questions. And no, you're right, I didn't. There were way too many for me to answer in one video. I might save them. I don't know. Pull them out on another one. No clue. We'll see how it goes. I think I got through most of the important ones at least, so thank you for sitting through a 32-minute video, boys. I'll see you later, yeah. Good night. Have a good one, kings.